It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, August 29th, 2018. Oh, happy baseball championship. Happy baseball championship. Why am I in such a good mood? Why do I want to walk down the street with the fucking bass drum, kicking my fucking feet up in the air? Because your 2018 Boston Red Sox once again are World Series champions. Do you believe it? I think I speak for all of New England when I say fucking woo! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I remember after 2003 thinking, all I want to do is just see these fucking assholes just one fucking time have a clutch fucking moment in your fucking life, you Red Sox wearing cunts. That's where I was at. All right? And the very next year they win it. And I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm in such a good mood. I don't give a fuck that my phone is making noise in the background. That's what a great mood I'm in. All I wanted to see was just him win it once. Not only did I get to see him win it once, now I got to see him win it twice, 3 times, 4 times. They're one behind the Patriots. So all you haters out there, just in case you lost count, in this century, we've won 5 Super Bowls, 4 World Series titles, an NBA championship, and a Stanley Cup, and one of those soccer championships. MLS, whatever. We're winning championships and stuff I don't even give a fuck about. All right? And for all you guys, doesn't it get old after a while? Don't you get tired of it? No! It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. You know? And, if it doesn't happen to us, I hope it happens to you someday. Unless you're in fucking New York or in Montreal. Or a Laker fan. Other than that, I got no fucking problem with anybody. Unbelievable. I don't even know what to say. What's this? I don't know if it was Jackie Bradley Jr. or J.D. Martinez. One of them said after Game 3 that I was at, can't believe I was at the game. He said, I've never seen a team get punched in the face and then just get up like nothing happened like this team. Something like that. I know I'm butchering it, but it was just perfect. They were just never out of it. I have not seen a team score this many fucking runs with 2 outs, be down this much since the 1998 New York Yankees, which is probably the best team I've ever seen. The only other team in my lifetime, and I vaguely remember seeing them, was maybe the Big Red Machine. That team was fucking incredible. That was just another team that was just like, they were just stacked. All right, you know what? I'm lying a little bit. That phone thing is going to bug me here if this continues to happen here. All right. Fuck. Am I supposed to talk about that shit too? Anyways, congratulations to the Dodgers, man. Jesus Christ, another great season. You just came up short. All I can tell you, having been through that, it just makes it all the more sweeter when you finally win it. But, so we went to Game 3. What a fucking great stadium, by the way. And not only is it a great stadium that the Dodgers have, like the stadium, just considering when it was built, and there was so many of those soulless cookie-cutter baseball stadiums that they made, they were multi-purpose, basically. All of them were designed so you could play football and baseball back there. A very, forward-thinking, money-saving, environmentally friendly thing that we did. And then we all decided, you know what? Fuck these stadiums. They're old. Why fix them up? I don't understand why you just can't fix them up. They're made out of metal and concrete. They're not going anywhere. That's like any fucking car you have. The fucking engine block is made out of steel. As long as you take care of it, it's gonna run forever. Everybody just throws shit out. So they knock down all of these fucking stadiums and then rebuild not at 1, but 2 more stadiums. I want my own stadium. I don't want to share it. Although, I did Boomer Esiason's show. Boomer and was it Gino? And he was talking about what it was like to play for the Cincinnati Bengals in Riverfront Stadium. He said they used to cover home plate with a piece of wood, and then just threw AstroTurf on top of it. So if you got tackled on that, basically, it's like you landed on somebody's tree fort. So I guess, maybe that's the reason. But I would have thought they could have come up with some sort of technology where they didn't have to fuck it. That was just basically because there was AstroTurf, right? I don't know. I don't pretend to understand. But me and my buddies, we went to Game 3, and I didn't wear any Red Sox shit. Still almost got into a fight. Fucking West Coast, still almost got into a fight. Unfucking believable, There was what killed me was we went to the game and there was so many empty seats because StubHub just gouged the shit out of they were charging like $700 I was at the top of the stadium. Those tickets were over $700. And, I guess StubHub was content to be like, well, we're making 4 times the fucking face value of the ticket. What do we give a shit if 3 out of every 4 seats is empty almost, It wasn't that bad, but there were big, giant swaths of fucking rows that were just, nobody was there. From the bottom all the way up to the top. And, people got flat screen TVs. They don't need that shit. They're going to come home. They'll see the fucking replay. They'll know the pitch count. They'll, all of that shit. Rather than being like me trying to figure out the scoreboard with my fucked up eyes at this point. So anyways, my buddy, he was having a few beers, and when he was finishing, he was just sitting in the row behind us that was basically empty. So there was a guy behind there, and, all he had to say was, hey, guys, do you mind just keeping your empties in your row just because, me and my wife and the kid want to try to get by here. And oh, sorry, dude, no problem. That's how it would have gone down. But instead, because he's a West Coast guy, they're so fucking laid back out here, he immediately just says to my buddy, this is how he enters the conversation. He's like, hey, buddy, is there something wrong with the underneath of your chair? And my friend turns around, looks at him, immediately with that look on his face like, wow, I'm about ready to get into a fight. And he's like, what? He goes, is there something wrong with the underneath part of your chair? And he's like, no. He goes, well, why don't you put your empties there? And he goes, oh, well, there was nobody sitting back. And then it fucking, in literally, fucking flash paper, escalates to this level. So I'm sitting there, so I just go, I've been out here long enough. I'm a veteran. I know this is going to happen. You could literally go to the game, fucking dressed like Jesus or Santa Claus, whatever the fuck you're into, and still somebody's going to be like, hey, fucking, hey, Whitey. You think you cannot have your fucking beard blowing over your shoulder, blocking half the fucking feel like something's going to happen. Hey, Santa, why is your suit red? What are you, a fucking Cardinals fan? And all of a sudden you're into it. So I just turn around. I look at both of them. I just go, ladies, which usually diffuses it. Somebody's saying ladies. All right. Then you realize, all right, I'm acting like I got a fucking tampon on, right? I go, we're at the World Series, Game 4. Huh? Come on, let's have a good time, right? So I go to shake the guy's hand behind me, and he leaves me hanging. So now I'm fucking mad. I don't say anything to the guy, and then I just fucking sit down. So we sit down, and then for fucking eating and loudly talking about the level of fucking asshole fans that are out here on the fucking West Coast. It's just like they go to the game to get into a fight. It's just like, so after inning half of that, I'm like, dude, do you really want to keep doing this? And it's like, no, I don't. So I get up, I go down to get a beer, and I'm coming back, and as I'm walking up the aisle, this fucking guy is sitting there mean mugging me. Now this guy, he's got to be like fucking 50 pounds over fucking weight. There's 4 of us. There's 1 of him. Now, granted, he's in the row behind us. I guess maybe he could fall on us and do some fucking damage. But if we wanted to, we all probably could have picked him up and thrown him over. We were the second to last row. Literally just thrown him off the back of the fucking stadium. All right? And when you're dealing with people from Boston, there's a chance that there's that level of fucking anger involved. It wasn't us. But I'm just saying. And this guy could give a fuck. So he's fucking staring at me as I'm walking up. He's with his wife and kid. And he's fucking staring at us like fucking William Wallace. Staring at me, I should say, as I'm coming up. So I'm literally, my eyes are fucking bad at this point. So I'm like, is this guy staring at me? So when you're fucking old, you got to either squint or you kind of look away and then look back at something. So I had to look away to focus at something else. And then I look back at him. I'm like, yeah, he is staring at me. And I just looked away. So he probably thought that was a moment of weakness. So now he's probably, there it is. He's going extra hard with his face now. I swear to God. So I just got up there, and I don't know what happened. All of the anger, all the shit, it just went away. I was just like, buddy, we really going to do this, man? Come on. I respect the Dodgers. I respect you. We weren't trying to. I apologize for that stuff. So I see his face finally relax. I go to fist bump the guy. He's so fucking macho. He can't even like stick his hand. He makes the fist, but he has his hand still near his body. It's like my daughter when I first like was like teaching her how to wave, and she wouldn't like lift her arm up. She would just like open and close her hand while it just rested on her leg. It was like adorable. But with this guy, it was just, I don't know what it was. It was just like, wow, this guy's got a lot of pain. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. So he fist bumped. Long story short, by the end of the game, even though his Dodgers are losing, we're like friends. We're friendly anyways. Diffused the whole fucking thing. And my angry fucking Italian Boston guy I'm with, he's like, dude, how the fuck did you do that? How the fuck? And I just said to him, I was just like, dude, I'm fucking done with it. I'm not fucking doing this anymore. I'm not going to fucking go to a fucking baseball game and then almost getting as a 50-year-old bald fucking dude.